Welcome to 35 to 1 Roulette Cruising. We've got a subscriber strategy that's been submitted. It's called Big Mike's Profit Plus Comps. It's got a $72 average with a $400 buy-in. Let's check it out. So Mike sent us another strategy. It's called Big Mike's Profit Plus Comps. He said it's a $72 average. We're going to buy in for $400 for this strategy here. So remember, your cash on the table, your CPass card, they'll scan it, they give it back to you. That's how you get your points on the cruise, okay? All right, so $400. We're going to go ahead and get $400 in color chips here. All right, so the setup for the strategy is, I'll put the graphic up right here. Maybe you can see it and just kind of follow along. It's going to be 36 chips. All right, we're playing with $2 chips. So let's take 2 stacks of 20 right here. And I'm going to take 4 chips off of one of the stacks. I'm going to bring those back to my rack. That's our average. And we're going to flat bet this. He says I've been flat betting it. It always recovers, but you can add $2 to the streets and $5 to the column to speed up the process after a total loss. So we're going to run it just flat bet. We're just going to, let's see what it does. We're going to go 30 spins with it. Let's just see if it can hold up. So anyway, so we got 36 chips here. So that's $72. And let's see, the layout is 2 chips, which is $4 on the 0 double 0. And then we have 2 chips, $4 again on the 4 to 6 street, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19, 22, 25, 28, and 31. Okay, so those are $2 or 2 chips each, so $4. Then you take, and we're going to hit all the corners, starting at the 4-8 corner. We're going to hit every corner with 1 chip, all the way down to the 28-32 corner. That's going to leave us 5 chips left over. That's $10. And we're going to put that on the 3rd column. Okay? All right, so with it set up this way, you have 4 numbers that are complete loss. So 1 and 2, 34, 35 are a complete bust. You have 3 and 36 are a loss of $42. Okay? And then we have a push. 0 double 0 is a push. 4, 5, 31, 32 are a $6 loss. And anything from, let's see, 7 to 28, well, 7, 8, 28, 29, this block here is a $12 profit. Okay, so we're going to run it, flat bet. We're going to try to go 30 spins with it. Let's see if it holds up. So this is Big Mike's Profit Plus Comps. Here we go. Okay, 22. All right, so that is a $12 profit. So we're just going to collect 6 chips. Okay, so 6 chips there. We're just going to bring that back to our rack right here. Okay, 23. That is another $12 profit. Or 6 chips. Bring that back to our rack. All right, 0, that's a push. Okay, 26, another 6 chip profit. $17, another 6 chip profit. All right, 1, that's a complete loss. We're going to rake the table. Okay. So with that, we're down. So there is, all right, 36 chips right there. So here we go, we're going to reset. Remember, 2 chips there and 2 chips starting here. Five over there on that column. All right, now we're reset. $72. Yeah, with a $400 buy-in for this strategy here, you know, if you have, you can probably get 5 hits out of this, 5 busts. You know, so you've got some bullets to work with here, which should buy you time at the table. All right, 8. All right, that's a 6 chip profit there. I'm gonna bring that back to our rack. Okay, 15. Okay, so that's only a $6 profit right there. So that's only 3 chip profit. So there we go. Okay, 14, a 6 chip profit. Zero, that's a push. Okay, spin number 11. Okay, 21. That is a $6 profit. So 3 chip profit right there. 24, a $6 profit. 3 chip profit. Okay, 4, that is actually a $6 loss. So that's 3 chip loss right there. Okay, 7 is a $12 profit. There's 6 chips right there. All right, spin number 15. Okay, 30. That is a $6 profit for 3 chips. Okay, 17. So $12 profit, 6 chips. And 2, complete loss. We're just going to rake the table. All right, I'm going to reset. Remember, we start with 36 chips. All right. 2 there on 0 double 0 split, and then 2 on all the streets here. Okay, and then all the corners, 1 chip each. That should leave you 5 chips left over for the 3rd column. This is spin number 18. Two again. All right, we're not going to rake the table. We know we lose 36 chips. So there is 36 chips right there. Okay, 20. That is a $12 profit or 6 chips. There's spin 20. Okay, 36. That is a $42 loss. Okay, so there's $42 right there. All right. Okay, spin 21. All right, 19. That is a $12 profit. There's 6 chips. $17. That's a $12 profit. 6 chips. $2. All right, complete loss on that one. So that's 36 chips for a loss there. Okay, 34. Another complete loss. There's 36 chips right there. All right, this is spin 25. Okay, number 8. That is a $12 profit. There's 6 chips. Okay, 7. $12 profit. 6 chips. Okay, 31. That is a $6 loss or 3 chips. Spin number 28. One. Complete loss. There's 36 chips. Okay, 17. That's a $12 profit. 6 chips. All right, last spin. Spin number 30. And 14. That's a $12 profit. Or 6 chips. All right, so let's rake it all in. That was 30 spins on Big Mike's Profit Plus Comps. Okay, so we bought in for $400, and after 30 spins, we're walking away with $118. Okay, so that's a pretty bad loss on that 30 rolls there, 30 spins. Let me reset it. I'm going to do another one at $400. I'm going to spin out another 30 spins. Let's give it a chance. Let's just see if it can last another 30 spins. Let me get it set up. I'll be right back. Enjoy. All right, there we have it. So I went another 30 spins on Big Mike's Profit Plus Comps. With that session there, 30 spins, we started with $400. We finished up with $388, so that's a $12 loss. So the first session, $400 in, walked away with $118 after 30 spins, so a $282 loss. You know, it's holding up fairly well. You know, that first session, I think we had a couple bad numbers in a row. That makes a difference with this strategy. I have spun this strategy out on a simulator, and I did 5 sessions. And let's see, the first session I went 170 spins before I went broke. Now this was at $500, so 171 spins. Okay, session 2 I went 118 spins. Session 3 I went 50 spins and lost all my money. Session 4 129 spins before I went broke. And session 5, 159 spins before I went broke. It's not a bad strategy, Mike. The only issue I'm having that you could run into with this strategy is if it loses a couple quick, like early on in your session. What I've noticed is it just can't recover all of your loss, okay? Because it takes 6 wins in the $12 level to recoup that loss, okay? It can happen. I mean, if you could see through the fast forward part there, I was actually getting into profit until that very last spin, and I might have gone 1 extra spin too many, but I'm not sure. You'll be able to catch that if you look back at the fast forwarded part. But anyway, so we were in the process of recovering. I think we were in profit before that last number hit, and it busted us. Okay, but it did well. 30 spins, we lost $12 on that session. So as far as ranking for this strategy goes, I'm going to give it a comp value. I'm going to give it 4 stars. Because you've got a $72 average with this strategy. We only went 30 spins with it. I feel with that last session there, we could probably go 50 to 60 spins with it easy enough. Okay, the buy-in's not too bad. It's $400 buy-in. I think it buys a lot of time at the table. So it's 4 stars for comp value. As far as profitability goes, it's a tough one with this one. I wouldn't play this strategy expecting to make any profit, to be honest. Can you get into profit? Yes. But of all the sessions I ran, there was only 1 session where I felt like I was into profit. And probably if you were going to chase profit with this strategy, you may need to set, like let's say you're buying for $400. Let's say you say $100. If I get $100 profit, which is possible because you could get $12 wins, enough in a row to be $100 in profit, you could do it. And there was a couple of the sessions that I spun out where I had gotten to where I was like $75 to $100 profit. And I just kept going, but then it lost and then it kept losing. So as far as profitability goes, I'm going to give it a 2 stars. Okay, so I wouldn't play this strategy for profit. I would play this for comps. Okay, so then ease of setup. It's not that difficult to set up for someone that is used to playing at the table. But when I think of ease of setup, I think of, could I explain over the phone to someone how to set this up? I don't know if I could. There's kind of a lot going on, but it's not too complicated. So ease of setup, I would go 3 stars on it. It's not that difficult to set up. Maybe once you do it a couple times, it's pretty easy to set out after you've looked at it a couple times. So yes, but as far as a first-time person sitting down to play it, it's not like they can sit down and just throw this out, easily. All right, so we're going to give it 3 stars on that. So anyway, but Mike, I appreciate you sending the strategy over. And if you have a strategy you would like me to try out, send it to me, roulettecruising@gmail.com. It's a $300 to $400 buy-in is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a comp strategy, or something that's a quick hit and get out strategy would be kind of nice to share every once in a while as well. I try to go 20 to 30 spins on it. I try to go 2 sessions with it to give it a chance to work and to test it out. But as far as this one goes, Mike, I appreciate you sending it over to me. And if you would, make sure to like and subscribe to 35 to 1 Roulette Cruising. And until next time, happy cruising. We'll see you.